Hello, Helsing here. I have been suggested a topic to talk about. Yay, I kind of thought I was running out of stuff. Anyway, the topic today is animals, and particularly my soon-to-be again horse, Candy. Candy is like the derpiest horse I know. She walks along with her tongue hanging out and makes funny faces, and when you're running along with her, cantering or trotting or anything faster than a walk, she's like has her ears all crazy, her tongue hanging out, her head twisted sideways. Um, yeah, it's really dorky. So, and then she trips all the time because she's not looking where she's going. I mean, she's fairly smart. When she's out in the field on her own, she doesn't trip very much. Or when you're walking along with her, she doesn't trip much. So you're walking along on top of her, and she's just like, walking on nice, even, flat ground, and she'll trip. And you're like, horse, pick up your feet. You look back at the track she's leaving, she's dragging her feet. You're supposed to be able to command them, to help pick up their pace and pick up their feet. No, she just drags them faster. I'm sure that's actually a problem, but regardless, she doesn't actually listen to that kind of thing. Last time I was there on last Tuesday, I was riding her and we were cantering in circles, and she's doing really, really well. I was actually quite impressed, but she was limping, so we didn't do that for long. Yay. That horse is like me. Every single time I see her, she has something different with her. I mean, even when I owned her, it felt like that. She was always sick, always had something going on, always was being a horse. Yeah, always was skinny. When I first bought her, she was thin and hyper and kind of fancy and creepy, and she'd duck down and avoid the bit, and it'd be hard to ride her. Eventually I got a different saddle and got a different bit and got all those fun things and started working out, and then she miscarried a baby, which she wasn't supposed to have because she was a maiden. So I had to deal with that, and she had ulcers I had to get treated, and then finally she got fat again, and then by the time we were actually getting a really good relationship, I had to sell her. So I'm buying her back. She'll be home in May. I think I mentioned that before. I can't say I'm looking forward to the random hurts. And she's gonna limp it up and go, hey, my paw hurts. But she's a horse, what can I do? I love her to death, and she's retarded and awesome. Yeah, that reminded me about the time I didn't jump her very much, and it was only just little jumps. But I jumped once, and she stepped on herself because I'm an idiot and didn't put on her overreach boots. Because I wasn't really planning on doing jumps, I was just planning on having a good day. But anyway, she stepped on herself, and as soon as she landed, she just limped and limped and limped, and I hopped right off as soon as she stopped moving. And I ran over, and she just picked up her paw. Okay, it's a hoof. I picked up her foot so I could see it and just showed me. I was like, oh, you're so precious. Like, here, Ma, take care of it. It's so sweet. So yeah, that's her. And she's also scared of the llama that lived next door. Here's her field. Here's her. Here's the llama. When we walk this way, across and on the front of it, the llama is suddenly terrifying. It moves. It deserves snores. It deserves being run from. Same with cows. She regularly saw cows and worked cows, or because she didn't work them, but they were worked around her. And then it's out. And we even caught one. It was running away, and we went out and caught one. And then we're walking by one on the other side of the fence, and all of a sudden it's scary. It's like, you're fucking stupid. Dogs. She used to really hate dogs. And she'd pin her ears and kick out at them. And she doesn't kick humans or cats or turkeys or lambs or anything else. Just dogs. So her current owners actually have dogs, and she's done so well with that. I mean, they're out running, chasing around, and she doesn't really care for them, but she's not nearly as much of a bitch as she was before. What else has she done really well with? They said that she's been out on trails a lot, so she shouldn't be so spooky anymore. Maybe she won't just leap over the pools of water. She'll just, step through them or, be normal about it. Looking forward to that. What else? I don't know. Anyway, more about animals. I have a bunny, his name is Zion. I've had him since he's 6 months old, and I think he's about 6 years now. I feel really bad for him because he's our first rabbit, Cuddles, second, was a house rabbit. We just left his hutch open and he ran out and played. My rabbit has never had that opportunity. He has to be taken out and played with, so he's never learned quite as much as the other bunny did. But anyway, he's kind of derpy. He'll run along the hallway and then he'll just hop sideways and run into the wall and just stand there like, ugh. It's pretty cute though. He knows his name. He knows, don't chew on that. And so whenever my dad, who really hates him, tells him not to chew on something, he'll just chew on it anyway. He chews on the dog's foot because the dog knows he's not allowed to actually bite the bunny. So the bunny bites the dog, and you kind of sit there like, can I please eat it? The dog's name is Kage. The dog has a bunny plushie, which is kind of dangerous. I was like, please let's not get the rabbit plushie, because now we're going to take it the bunny, and he's going to think Zion. But he's been really good so far about it. I'm pretty happy about that. What else do we have here? That's all the pets I own, half own, maybe own, kind of own. We had a snail and a couple newts. I told my brother a snail probably was hibernating or asleep, since apparently they can sleep for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah. Poor snail. Dead snail. Last time I visited Candy. Okay, random subject change on you guys. I'm going to do this a lot, by the way. If you don't like it, don't follow me. So I was driving down the canyon on Tuesday to go visit the horse, and it was really snowy and really stupid idea of me to go down, because it's terrifying, absolutely terrifying. So we go down the canyon, which I usually go, 40, 60 at. I'm going like 10, 15, really slow. Nobody catches me until I catch somebody else. And the other person's going like 10, never speeding up, not even when the roads are clear looking. At least I did that much. And so we punched our way through, and I slept a couple times right around this, I don't know what to call the area, mile marker 18, I think it is. It's a scary, it's a tight turn, cusp turn, and it's a cliff on one side and the rock face on the other. I slept once there because that's where you always slip at. And coming out of the Narrows, which is, there's no shoulder. It's just really narrow road and one lane, and cliff. And, so you just go down that and pull one out, and it widens up. So there's narrows, and it goes wider, and then it goes a little bit wider, and there's passing zones. So I'm kind of tucking up the hill, because it's a hill that passing zone's on. Normally like 60 miles an hour there. I'm probably going about 20. And this dickhead in chains with this truck comes up and passes me nice and fast. Enough to create enough of a wind gust that actually knocks my tire loose, or my car loose, and the tires grip loose and stuff. I start going sideways. I'm like, steer, crap. And this other person behind me, like, oh, I'm going to pass her. Wait a second. That's not a good idea. Let's back off. And I'm like, yeah. And the car gets straightened out. Don't know how much traction actually happens. I get terrified and scared, and end up pulling into the gas station at the end of that all. And I'm trying to pull in, and of course I'm turning, and yay, into the traffic I was trying to avoid. Made it in without hitting anybody, and I parked and then sat there like, oh my god. That's my story for this week. I hope it's epic. Bye!